Welcome to my Vision News. Today's third video was firstly several statements, counter statements have been issued today regarding the fuel issue. On Wednesday, Tigray fighters stormed a warehouse of World Food Programme and took away 12 tankers of fuel. David Beasley, WFP chief spoke. Then Ethiopian government released a statement. And lastly, just 30 minutes ago, Tigray government released a statement. But a detailed look at all these statements. And secondly, Fano protested today in Debre Birhan. Why did Fano fighters protest there? Fano was not allowed to protest in the Amhara region. In recent months, Fano has been under pressure. Thousands of its fighters are in prison, but today it protested. What happened there? And thirdly, more troops, more fighters are heading to front lines. Ethiopian troops are pouring in on front lines. Fano militia members are also being seen on eastern front, East Amhara Fano, towards on their way towards southern front. We have some videos for you. And lastly, Eritrea today summoned German shocked affairs in Eritrea. Why did Eritrean Foreign Ministry summon German shocked affairs? Eritrea protested, stressed that action should be taken about what happened in Gishan on the 20th of August. Firstly, viewers, Tigray WFP, Tigray Regional Government World Food Programme fuel issue is continuing. Both sides are issuing statements. I, in the previous video, reported in detail from the ground. We got some information which is very reliable. David Beasley spoke first a few hours ago. He is head of World Food Programme. He used very strong language against Tigray force. He said Tigray fighters stole 570,000 liters of fuel of World Food Programme. And he said this is outrageous and disgraceful. Millions will die if the fuel is not returned to WFP. He demanded the return of this fuel. After that, Ethiopian Communication Ministry released a statement appreciating David Beasley for his speaking against the attack by Tigray fighters on WFP warehouses in Mekelle. And Ethiopian government in its statement demanded the return of stolen fuel, and it urged international community to condemn this action of Tigray Liberation Front fighters, and they demanded accountability, and they said that humanitarian organizations must ensure that the aid reaches the needy people in Tigray. Thirdly, Tigray regional government then, just 30 minutes ago, Tigray regional government is claiming that it loaned fuel to WFP, and now it has taken back what it loaned. But Tigray government has not shared any evidence that there was any agreement regarding loaning of fuel from Tigray regional government to World Food Programme. Only a letter is being shared. The letter is from Tigray Bureau of Industry and Urban Development. It is addressed to World Food Programme. And in this letter, Tigray's Department Bureau of Industry and Urban Development is demanding the return of fuel which Tigray government loaned to World Food Programme. Can this letter be an evidence? No, it cannot be. It is just a letter from a Tigray department claiming that Tigray loaned fuel to Tigray regional government, loaned fuel to WFP. No receipt, no agreement has been shown regarding purchase of fuel or acquiring of fuel by World Food Program from Tigray regional government. So Tigray regional government has not shared any evidence so far. The fuel has been taken by force. It is WFP's fuel. In the previous video, I shared details with you, and I got in touch with some very reliable sources. WFP does not owe any fuel to Tigray regional government. WFP bought fuel from a contractor, private contractor in Tigray. It paid for the fuel. Tigray government had nothing to do with this purchase. Now, Tigray government it has started a military operation, so it is in need of this fuel. The matter should come to a close. Tigray has taken the fuel by force. It could take the food aid stored in Mekelle by force as well. But these acts are going to have serious repercussions on delivery of aid to Tigray. I don't think that now aid will be delivered to Tigray. Afar will stop it. Aid agencies are not going to feel comfortable with Tigray regional government now. Secondly, viewers, today protest was held in Debre Birhan, Amhara region of Ethiopia. Who protested? Fano fighters protested, and we know that more than 2 months ago, Ethiopian government forces, regional forces, federal forces, they launched an operation against Fano militia in the Amhara region. After that, thousands of Fano fighters have been arrested, and most Fano factions from Gajam are under crackdown. Their top commanders like Zamine Kasi, Masrisha are on the run. East Amhara Fano, led by Mere Wadajo, is working because it is working in alliance with Ethiopian National Defense Force. And in Debre Birhan, a program was organized to honor the services of Fano fighters, a sort of recognition ceremony. And Fano fighters there refused to receive any awards. They started protesting. They said that Zamine Kasi should be given the award, who is being chased by security forces, whose house was put under siege, whose house was attacked by security forces in Gajam. And that thousands of Fano fighters who are in prison, they must be released. Instead, government is organizing this fake recognition ceremony. Fano fighters were allowed to protest. It means that Fano is gradually coming out of pressure. It wasn't allowed to protest in the Amhara within the last 2 months when the operation was ongoing. All protests were banned, and thousands of Fano fighters still in prison. I am not sure which role Fano will play in this war if it goes on, because there are some Fano factions, some Amhara groups who are against Ethiopian federal government, and we might not see all Fano factions being part of fighting against Tigray Defense Force. East Amhara Fano is part of this operation because fighting is on southern front. East Amhara Fano is already working. It wasn't under crackdown, but if fighting spreads to Gondar, then we'll have to see the role of Fano. Will Fano be actively involved there or not? Watch this video from Debre Birhan. Fano fighters can be seen protesting in Debre Birhan city in the Amhara region of Ethiopia. Thirdly, viewers, Ethiopian troops, forces, soldiers, militias are pouring in on battlefronts, especially on southern front. A movement of vehicles, military vehicles, convoys is being seen. Now videos are starting to come in. We are starting to receive now videos showing mobilization of Ethiopian military Fano militia members towards front lines. We have two videos for you. One is a few days old, which shows the Fano fighters heading towards front lines, towards southern front reportedly, and these are East Amhara Fano fighters. Second video shows, it's a new video, and it shows the mobilization of movement of Ethiopian National Defense Force towards southern front, towards Kobo. So, heavy mobilization of militias and ENDF troops is ongoing towards Kobo. TDF is trying to take control of strategic places to the east and west of Kobo. Overall situation volatile so far because to the east and west there are mountainous places, mountainous ranges. Zobel is a mountainous range. It's not just one mountain. So it will take some time for TDF to take control of these mountainous ranges if it could. Afars involved as well to the east of Kobo in fighting in Zobel mountains. Meanwhile, militias from afar, from Amhara, regional forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force, all are heading towards Kobo front lines. Watch two videos. One is a few days old. Other one is a new video showing movement of Ethiopian National Defense Force towards this southern front. Lastly, was Eritrean government today summoned German shock deferrers in Eritrea. Eritrean government is furious at some recent developments when Eritrean diaspora festivals were disrupted in Stockholm, then in the Netherlands, and lastly in Germany. In Germany, angry opposition Eritrean youth stormed a venue of Eritrean cultural event. They call it in Gießen, Germany. Some participants of the event were injured too, and police had to intervene. Police cancelled the program, and now Eritrean government wants action against those who attacked Eritrean festival, Eritrean cultural event in Gießen on the 20th of August. Eritrean officials are accusing Tigrayans, TPLF members as well. Sofetas Femariam, who is Eritrean representative at UN, in some tweets claimed that there were TPLF surrogates, quote unquote, and sponsors who were involved in attacks on Eritrean diaspora festivals abroad. And Eritrean pro-government diaspora community is actively pursuing this case against those who attacked diaspora festival in Gießen, Germany. Their pictures, videos are being analyzed. Identities of attackers are being confirmed, and information is being shared with local police in Gießen. That is why Eritrean Foreign Ministry today summoned German shock deferrers in Eritrea. And there in the meeting, Eritrean government pressed German shock deferrers to take strict action against those who attacked the festival held in Gießen on the 20th of August. These Eritrean diaspora festivals matter a lot for Eritrean government. Eritrean government raises funds at these festivals. And people from Eritrean government, from Eritrea, they attend these diaspora festivals. So it is a way of propagating Eritrean government's political agenda as well. That is why Eritrean diaspora opposition groups are trying to stop these festivals, though they're resorting to violence, which should be condemned. Eritrean government is actively pursuing this issue of attack on Eritrean festival in Germany, because uh, now we are seeing that it started in Sweden, then in the Netherlands, then Germany. A pattern is being seen that opposition groups are uniting themselves, and they're going to try the level best to stop these festivals. That is why government wants action. Eritrean government wants action against Eritreans who attacked the venue, and perhaps Tigrayans as well, because it has been said that some Tigrayans were there as well who attacked the venue. Thank you for watching.